I just went AFK at this gold XP farm for 1 hour and came back to over 100 levels and a ton of gold. If this interests you, make sure you stick around till the end of the video. Here's how to build it for Minecraft Bedrock, and as always, you can download this world. First link in the description. To get started with the farm, first you want to find a large flat area, and then from there, you're going to want to build up 6 blocks off the ground with some ladders on those 6 blocks so you can get up and down from the farm. Now on either side, place 2 blocks, go to the other side and place 1 block, and then go 5 blocks out this way, so you should have a 4x6 platform once you've filled in the area, just like this. Now what you want to do is take your pistons, place 1 on the end right there, turn and place a piston, turn and place a piston, and turn and place a piston like that. You now want to take your observers and place it like that so the arrow is facing into the piston, and again do that for all 4 of the spots. There we go. And now you want to take your redstone torch and place it on the side of the piston, and when you do that you should see 1 piston extends every single time, and then when you place all 4 they go in this continuous loop, and then you can place a lever on the front piston and flick it to turn it on and off. And now take a trident and throw it onto one of the pistons, and this is our working trident killer. This is what is going to automatically kill the zombie piglin that still gives us the XP and puts the loot into the chests below. You can turn this off for now. Once you've got this, place 6 blocks like this, and then make that too high, so you should place 12 blocks total. And now for the front, I'm going to use glass, although you can use any block, it doesn't matter. I just like to see the piglin dying. And then go ahead and place a slab right there, so when you stand here you still collect the XP, but all of the drops go inside of the chest below. Speaking of which, we're going to get started on the chest collection system now. Now coming back to the front of the farm, go to the side of the ladder that has 2 blocks, not 1, and count in 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on this you're going to want to build down 2 blocks, place a block on that side, break the block, and then place a hopper there, and then you can go ahead and break both of those blocks. You now want to take a rail, place it right there, with the hopper on top of the rail, and then break the rail so it's sitting right on top of the hopper. And then you want to place a second hopper leading into that first one there, and then push this hopper minecart so it's in between the middle of these 4 blocks here, because that's where the killing chamber is. You might have to temporarily break one of these, so I'm just going to push that so it's somewhere in the middle, and then I can go ahead and replace this hopper. So any items that go into that hopper minecart are going to be distributed between those 2 hoppers and then go into our collection system. Now for this next part, I'm going to do an automatic sorting system where it sorts the golden ingots, nuggets, rotten flesh, and burns the swords. But if you don't want to do that, all you have to do is attach some chests to this hopper here, and you can extend the storage as much as you want. But if you want to have an automatic sorting system, follow this part of the video. To start that off, come over to this side of the hopper and place down 3 blocks like that with a dispenser on the end facing down. And then break those 3 blocks and replace them with 3 hoppers, making sure that all of the prongs are leading into each other so they all go in this direction. Now that you've got this section, come to this outside hopper here, look straight down and place 3 blocks like that. And then place double chests on top of these blocks, making sure not to go underneath of the hoppers, but to place the double chests in the other direction, if that makes sense. So place down your 6 double chests like that. You now want to come around to the back here, take 3 hoppers and lead it into the back of the chests. Take 3 blocks and place them there. Take your redstone comparators and place them so the 2 prongs are facing into the hopper like that. And again, I'm going to place 2 more just like that. And then take your final 3 hoppers and lead them into these redstone comparators. When you do this, make sure that you see the prongs leading into the redstone comparator, otherwise the sorting part of the farm will not work. Now staying around the back side of the farm, place 6 blocks there with 3 redstone repeaters facing into those blocks. Then place 3 blocks there, 3 blocks on the ground, and then 9 redstone on top of all of those blocks. And then come underneath of these blocks and place 3 redstone torches like that. And now to actually burn the swords, if you want to collect them, you can just add another hopper with a chest at the end here, but most people don't want to collect the swords. So to burn them, place 2 blocks underneath like that, 1 in the front, 2 like that, and then I'm going to use a piece of glass here, although you can use whatever you want. What you want to do is break that block, quickly place the lava, and then place the piece of glass there. And you can remove this block if you want, but I'm just going to keep it. And so what's going to happen is all of the items are going to be sorted throughout. You're going to have a golden ingot, a golden nugget, and a rotten flesh chest. And then all of the swords are going to be thrown into this lava. Now coming back to the front of the farm, in this gap here, build up 3 blocks, 1 to the front and 1 to the back, and then break that middle block. Now place a lever there, take a redstone repeater and face it in the direction of the lever. Go ahead and place a block right there with a piece of redstone dust, and then place a torch on that side, and you're going to see it's going to start to tick, which is going to activate this dispenser and be shooting the swords into the lava. And then to turn this on and off, just flick this lever. Now, I feel like I should also mention that it wouldn't be a bad idea to use an auto crafter to turn the nuggets into ingots and the ingots into blocks. However, that seems like a lot of work, so I'm not going to do that. But if you guys want to, it wouldn't be too hard. The final thing for this auto sorter that you have to do is decide which items you want in which chests and then actually sort them. So for me, I'm going to go with nuggets, ingots, and then rotten flesh. So inside of these hoppers, you want to put 41 items at least into this spot. So you can see if I put a stack, it should run the items down into this chest until it gets down to 41 and it's going to stop. And then what you want to do is take any other block, does not matter, and throw it in these spots. Okay, it stopped. There we go. Stopped at 41, as you can see, so I'm going to take these out. And now whenever the items go through here, they're automatically going to be picked up by this hopper here. Not that one, sorry, this. And then it's going to go into this chest. So you want to do the same thing here. I'm going to put those there and then put any random filler block in that spot. And then put those there and put any random filler block in that spot. So you can see all of the items have 41 in that spot. So then if I go up here and I start throwing random items up here, you're going to see I'll throw some random blocks as well. It's going to be, sorry, I need to turn this on as well. It's going to be picked up by this here, and then it's all going to be funneled into the corresponding chest. You can see that's going there. The ingots are going there. The rotten flesh is going into this chest. But as you notice, the stones, or the smooth stone, sorry, isn't in any of the chests, and that's because it was burnt inside of this lava. Now there's one problem with this farm. That problem being it is too fast. These chests will fill up within the hour. So what I recommend doing is either copying this exact same design over on this side. So just flip this hopper facing that direction and then copy this exact same thing over here. Or what I like to do is just to take this one side and everything that we've done here, just extend it as far as you want this way. So you could do 30 chests long if you want. A bunch of chests for nuggets, ingots, flesh, whatever you want. Just expand the storage as much as you want. I would recommend doing it a lot because like I mentioned, this farm is absolutely insane. But with the sorting system now complete, we can get started on the chamber and the spawning mechanism for the farm. So to get started with this, coming up to the chamber, you're going to want to extend this up 10 more blocks. Now again, I'm going to use glass because I like to see them falling down, but you can use whatever material you want, it does not matter. Now that I've got my chamber going up this 10 blocks, or you should see it's 13 from that platform there. If you use glass like I did, just take this top layer and replace it with a solid block. Now going in whichever direction you want, I'm going to go in this direction. You want to count out 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go up 1 and then 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up 1 and then 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just like that. Once you have that, coming to the front of the farm, so right here, what you want to do is go out 5 blocks. So fill in that corner and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you don't have the corner filled in, it should be 6 blocks. And then that same pattern that we just did there, you want to extend that out all the way to this point. Once you've got it looking like this, you also want to fill in these 2 rows here so it includes the chamber. Now that you've got it looking like this, come down to the lowest side or the area by the chamber, whatever you want to do, and go up 5 blocks. And then bring this all the way over to the very end here. And then fill this in. And this is just going to be the wall to make sure that the piglins stay inside of the farm. And then you're going to want to fill in this wall fully. And then of course do that on the side and the back as well. And then of course you're going to want to fill on this side too, so you have one big box. Now that you've got this box done, it might be a good idea for this next part to make yourself an infinite water source somewhere off to the side, because it is going to take quite a few buckets of water. There we go. First, come down to the killing chamber and break down these 10 blocks. And then place 8 blocks underneath, just like that. Now what you want to do is take 2 signs, place one there, and then one right there, with 2 buckets of water on the end. Just like that. And now come all the way up here and place buckets of water along this edge. And you should see that the water is going to flow over and it's going to stop perfectly right here. Perfect. There we go. Now I feel like this is a great time to say if the water doesn't flow properly, if something's not lining up, or if you just want to make sure the farm works before you actually go ahead and build it, you could download this exact world that I'm playing on. It's the first link in the description. You can now, of course, go ahead and break your infinite water source. We're now going to build the nether portals for the farm. So start by coming to the front of the farm, coming to this corner and counting in 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down 2, 1, 2. Place 1 block with a piece of obsidian there, 3 blocks, and then a piece of obsidian. So this is also 1 from the wall. And then you can go ahead and break all of those blocks. You now want to take these and extend them out 21 blocks in this direction or right to that wall. So the entire stretch of obsidian is 22 blocks. And now once you've done that, you want to go up 21 blocks. 19, 20, 21, and then connect the two edges to make a massive 22 by 22 nether portal, and then of course do the same thing for that block there. Now, if you didn't know, this farm uses a funny mechanic inside of Bedrock where every time a portal is lit, it has a chance of spawning a zombie piglin. So this farm lights and breaks and lights and breaks and lights and breaks this farm, spawning a ton of zombie piglin. So that is the part that we're going to work on right now. To start off this process, come to the front of the farm, and then right beside this observer, you want to place a block. And then in this direction, you want to place 8 more blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it should end you up right beside your platform up there. And then in the direction of the portals, you want to go 21 blocks. 19, 20, 21. And then this should end you up right here. Now come back to the front of the farm. Go ahead and place a lever on that block. And then 15 pieces of redstone here. 13, 14, 15. Then take a redstone repeater and place it there. And then take the rest of your redstone and place it until you have 1 block at the end here. You now want to take a block, a redstone torch, a block on top of that, a redstone torch on top of that, and make this redstone torch tower 15 torches high. If you've done your redstone torch tower correctly, you should see that the top one is turned on, but for now we actually want to come down here, flick this lever, and you should see the top torch is turned off. Now at the top of our redstone torch tower, come and take a sticky piston and place it facing up, with an observer having the arrow face away from the portals. Then place a block right there, and another observer on top of that with an arrow facing in the opposite direction. You now want to place 4 blocks this way, 2 blocks through the portal, with dispensers on both sides just like this. And then you want to take a bucket of powdered snow and place it inside of here, and this is what's going to break the farm. I tried using a bucket of water and it didn't work, so unfortunately you are going to have to find yourself a bucket of powdered snow. Now the final thing you want to do is take some redstone and place it on top of all of these blocks. Now we're so close to done this farm, so make sure you guys hang in there because the rates are absolutely insane. But really quickly, if you're enjoying, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. As well, again, you can download this world. It's the first link in the description. So to start off with this, you want to count up 7 blocks. Now I'm blind and can never count with the obsidian, so I'm going to place temporary blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then place an 8th solid block there, and you can break all of those blocks now. Now take an observer with the arrow facing in this direction, and then 5 observers back to back like this, all of them with their arrows facing in the same direction, just like that. Now take your solid block or whatever block you're using and make an outline just like this. Make sure that this block isn't flammable because we are going to have lava inside of this area. You now want to take 5 trapdoors and place them like that and then open them up. And then do the same thing here, 5 trapdoors and open all of them up. Now place 6 blocks here, 6 blocks over here, 5 blocks on top of the trapdoors, and then 5 more blocks there as well. And then finally take your bucket of lava and place it inside of the middle there. Careful not to fly inside of the portal because it might light. As you can see, they both just lit. If they do not light, make sure that your fire spread is turned on. So many of you guys in my comments in the last video were saying my portals aren't lighting. The portals aren't turning on. Make sure they're 22 by 22 and make sure that your fire spread is turned on. And there you go. We're done building the farm. I'm now going to show you how to use it. So come back down to our platform here by the Trident killer. And the first thing you want to do is, of course, turn your game off of peaceful into easy, normal, or hard. And then all you have to do is stand here, flick on all of the levers. So you want to flick this lever, and flick this lever, and then stand here. That's all you have to do. You might have to flick this lever twice. That's all you have to do. Stand here. If you hold out a looting 3 sword, you get the better rates without even having to kill them. Since you threw down that Trident, the looting 3 is going to be applied. You can see that all of these zombie piglins start flowing down here. If I come into survival mode, I am collecting all of the XP, and then eventually these chests will fill up. You can see that the ingots are being sorted, the nuggets are being sorted, and the flesh is being sorted. If I fly up here, look at how many zombie piglins are spawning right now. I get 30 levels at this farm in less than 3 minutes and a ton of gold. Guys, this farm is incredible and not one that you want to miss out on. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Again, one last time, you could download this world. It is the first link in the description. But with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out.